Another brick fan here with a Harry Potter set. This is Hogwarts First Flying Lesson. This is set 76395, was released in August 2021, has 264 pieces, 4 minifigures, and cost about $30 when it was released. This set is based on the Philosopher's or Sorcerer's Stone, which is the first book/movie in the series, and it depicts the scene where the first years learn how to fly brooms. And it also includes a Golden Professor Quirrell from the 20th anniversary, as well as 2 random collectible wizard cards. The 2 cards I got with this set are first Godric Gryffindor. I like this card. It's a representation, of course, of a chocolate frog wrapper, so you have kind of that little house that shows the person in there. So again, Godric Gryffindor. The second card I got was Madame Maxime, and I think this is the second Madame Maxime I've gotten. And I bought all the sets in this summer wave. As much as I like these wizard cards, I think they're a really good idea. It's nice to get these little printed tiles. And of course, I think there's 16 different tiles, but they're random, which means that even if you buy the entire wave like I did, you don't get all of the cards and you get lots of duplicates. I think I have 2 or 3 of some of the cards as well. Nice idea. I just kind of poor execution because there's no real easy way to get the entire set of those, which I guess was part of their plan anyway because they wanted these to be rare. We'll take a look at the minifigures that come with this set in a few minutes, but let's go ahead and look at the main build. So as you can see on the main build, there's lots of stuff going on here in the front. There are 3 of these little clear posts or clear rods that have one of those little ends on them that we first saw in, I believe, the DC Superheroes collectible minifigure series. So it allows you to pose the figure. It's kind of an angled rod with a stud on it. And those are all on hinges so they can be moved up and down. So you can have people flying around the front of this particular section of the castle. Each of the house banners are here on the front, as you see. So we have Slytherin, Slytherin and Gryffindor, and then Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff here in the front. There's also a statue up here, which is just a gray minifigure with crossed swords. Has kind of the Dumbledore beard on him here. And this simply goes on top of one of the sections here. Can be placed anywhere you like. Moving around to the back, you can see there's a spot to store your Quidditch supplies back here. In here's a barrel that you can put your brooms in. Over here is a box that contains your Quidditch supplies. So there is a bat here, is a beater. There's a red Technic ball, I believe, that represents the quaffle. Here's the golden snitch, and then a couple of dual studs put together here to represent the bludgers. So that fits on one side of our little castle section here. On the other side, you can see there is a trophy case with a shield here. There's some different awards up here in the top. A little difficult to see underneath that. This top can come off. Of course, we'll let some more light in there, but you can see various trophies in there from the various Quidditch events that have been done. One of the other things that you see inside here is in this middle section, and this little part here, will move up and down that one of the clear rods that are used to allow the minifigures to fly around. There's also a lantern piece you see here. This is one of the newer lanterns with a trans yellow stud in it. Like all of the buildings from this year's wave of Harry Potter, we get these connected together with Technic pins. So this can be taken apart and rearranged however you would like. So we essentially have 3 sections, and then the roof pieces come off as well. And these also have holes in them so you can connect those to the outside. So you could theoretically put it together as a taller castle here, taller towers, and then connect this together here and then put like one of these like that. So this allows it to integrate into the other castles and other buildings that came with this summer 2021 wave. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the minifigures now. As I mentioned in the intro, this set includes 4 minifigures. They include Neville Longbottom, Draco Malfoy, Madam Hooch, and the Golden Professor Quirrell, part of the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter. Let's start with Neville and Draco. And as you can see, they both are dressed in their house robes. Neville, of course, being in Gryffindor and Draco at Slytherin. They have brooms, so there's a black broom for Draco and a brown broom for Neville. Neville also has his Remember All, which of course was the reason why they got in trouble because Draco stole it, as you recall in the movie. But here is the Remember All, and it's a pretty nicely printed clear minifigure head, and it has printing there on both sides, as you can see. So a really nice piece that comes with this set. Looking at both these figures, I think the house robes turned out nicely. Draco, of course, has the green trim, and Neville's got the yellow and red. They both have the very short legs because these were all done in year 1. Moving around the figures, there's no side printing on them. And of course the backs are what you would expect, the red lining on the hood here on Neville's robe and the green lining here on Draco's robe. They both have alternate expressions, so Neville looks like he's asleep or very distraught, and then of course Draco here has a mean look on his face, or an angry look. So let's move on to the other 2 minifigures. So here we have Madam Hooch, who is the flying instructor and of course the Quidditch referee. She of course has a broom and this kind of light tan wand. She's also wearing a cape and in this dark blue uniform with some black trim and a couple of white clips perhaps there. She, of course, is wearing her goggles and has that nice gray hairpiece. Quirrell is nicely done here in this gold, as with all of the other 20th anniversary minifigures with the little stars on it. He's got that big sash around him, and he's, of course, wearing his turban. As we look around to the other side here, as we move around to the back, you see the 20-year logo here on the back of Professor Quirrell. There is no back printing, interestingly, on Madam Hooch, and she does have this stiffer cape material for her cape. She has a alternate expression where she's not wearing her flying goggles. And Professor Quirrell, of course, has Voldemort there on the back of his head. So I thought that was really good to have that face of Voldemort on the back of Quirrell, even though there is a 20th anniversary golden Voldemort that comes with the Chamber of Secrets set. Overall, 4 very solid minifigures that come with this set. And let's go back and I will give you my final thoughts on the set. Overall, I think this set looks really good, and as you can see here on camera, these clear rods kind of disappear, so it does look like they're flying if you look at this from a distance. So we have Neville up here with his Remember All, and here's Draco going after him, and then Madam Hooch flying up here in the corner. So I think that actually turns out really nicely, and I like the way that it looks. I like the modular nature of these, so you can rearrange this however you want, and certainly integrate it into the other buildings that come with this wave, which I think is very clever. The 20th anniversary figures, as I pointed out when we look closer, are very nice. Of course, the argument, of course, is going to be that this 20-year logo on the back that takes up the entire back of the minifigure. Some people don't like that. I know I heard a lot of criticism of that with the 20th anniversary of Star Wars, which did essentially the same kind of thing. But I don't think it's that bad, and it certainly distinguishes the figure as a special figure for the 20th anniversary. So the good and the bad of the collectibles nature of these, the golden minifigures are unique to each set. So you can get all of those by buying all the sets in this wave. As far as the wizard tiles go, these are nice. Like I said, I like to get the printed tiles. I like the color. I think it does look very much like a chocolate frog wrapper, which I think was the look that they were going for. My objection is that they're hard to find, all of them. Obviously, you're going to go spend over $300 for the summer wave of these Harry Potter sets in the hopes to get all of those tiles, and you don't. I certainly didn't get them, and I think a lot of people probably won't get all of those tiles, which means you need to trade, or you need to buy them on something like Bricklink or some other method for getting them, which I don't like as much. I would have liked to have probably had standard tiles in each set so that I would have been able to get all of them by buying the wave. Regardless of all that, I think it's a really good set. Like I said, the pluses are that it has some good characters. This is one of the few Harry Potter sets you see without one of the main three characters in it, which for me is very refreshing, obviously, as a collector of all of the sets. It's nice to get other characters. However, I understand why they put the main characters in most of the sets, because most people only buy one or two of the sets, and they all want Ron, Harry, and Hermione. Some really good stickers used on this, so you get all of the house banners there, as you see, and you get some more modular pieces that you can incorporate with some of your other buildings if you've bought others from this summer wave. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Harry Potter set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I've left a link to my Harry Potter reviews up here on the screen.